MVP hopes for this season. So, Shannon, who is the better quarterback right now, right this very second, Dak or Mahomes?
Man, stop. This ain't even close. There's not a general manager in the National Football League that would take Dak Prescott over Patrick Mahomes. He's younger, he's better. The guy's won an MVP. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's a Super Bowl MVP. You go back and look at the history of the game, the 101-year history. This young man is doing things no player has ever done before that's played that position. Everybody, Mahomes lost it. The NFL has caught up. He was just named AFC Offensive Player of the Year after 400...
Yes.
Player of the Week. 400 passing yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
You know, he's the only guy that has 2 of those games. 400 passing yards, 5 touchdowns with no pick. The rest of the league got none of those games. He's lost it. He's second in touchdown passes, 25. Oh, he's lost it. He's second in passing yards, 29-40. He's lost it. That's losing it. Stop it. It's not even close. Dak is a phenomenal player. Dak has gotten better. Since 2016, he's gotten better and better and better. But he ain't that guy. He ain't that guy. Nobody will, under no circumstances, will you find a player that will say, or a general manager or a player personnel director that says Dak Prescott is better than Patrick Mahomes. Now, if you want to see how really good Dak Prescott is, put him behind that offensive line came to Super Bowl time, and put Patrick Mahomes behind the Cowboys offensive line and see who put up the better numbers. This is not even close. Dak is having a phenomenal season. The Cowboys are playing well, but Dak Prescott ain't Patrick Mahomes, and it ain't close.
Ain't close, says Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. Ain't
is not
close. Is not contracted into ain't close.
Is not close. Yes.
I'll take ain't. I like ain't because ain't's is stronger than is not or isn't, right? Your favorite website, Pro Football Focus, grades quarterbacks from game to game to game, and then they take a cumulative grade for the whole year. And right here, right now, the question said, right now, who's better? Right now, Pro Football Focus grades Dak as the 7th best quarterback in the National Football League. They grade Patrick Mahomes, my homeboy, the 21st best quarterback. 7th versus 21st would say it ain't not close. I'll do all the double negatives. It's saying that, wait a second, Dak is playing better right here, right now, and has played better this year than Patrick Mahomes.
Stop it.
Let's look at just overall. Well, let's do QBR, my favorite stat, just for the record. QBR, scale of 0 to 100, you get graded each game. So for the year, Dak ranks 9th in QBR. Not great, not bad, still top 10-ish, right? 9th. And Mahomes is 10th. But right here, right now, is close because they're saying, QBR is saying that Dak is a little better than Patrick Mahomes, who, of course, has thrown 10 interceptions. So what's happened to the two teams in the most crucial telling stat in all of professional football is turnover differential. At the end of the year, you can just about bank it that whoever leads will be right in the thick of being the favorite to be the Super Bowl because that's how you win and lose football games. Well, right now, my Cowboys are +5 in turnovers, in large part because the defense will take the ball away. They're second in interceptions. So +5 ranks 6th in the league in turnover differential. Kansas City ranks 30th. 30th.
They don't take it away, and they've given it away.
Only the Jets and the Jaguars are worse than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let that sink in for just a second. Say that what you just said. You said they're 30th. Yet they lead their division. That just goes to show you just how great that man is. The Jets.
Doesn't he have a whole lot to do with why they're 30th in turnover differential? Yes, maybe they should be unbeaten without him.
You do realize that Dak has turned the ball over 8 times. So let's not pretend like Dak has not turned the ball over because he has 8 of these things on his resume.
He's 20 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, and he's lost, 3 fumbles. Mahomes has lost 2 fumbles, just for the record. Dak Prescott is right now completing 70% of his passes, and that's off that horrible first 3 quarters against your Broncos that really dragged that number way down. So Kyler, who's obviously been away for a little while, is still first in completion percentage. But 70% is second in the league. It's pretty great.
Yeah, but Skip, do you think, let me ask you a question. Who throws the ball down the field more, Patrick Mahomes or Dak Prescott?
I'm glad you brought that up, because would you believe that I've got one stat here from your favorite website? I don't know, maybe it's some second or third level stat, but it's indicating that the new Mahomes, the better Mahomes, the more careful Mahomes, is actually Dakota Rain Prescott. Because if you look at this metric, on plays in which he takes more than 2.5 seconds, which requires usually some movement.
Yes.
You're going to have to duck and dodge and try to buy a little time. Maybe you roll out, maybe you run away. Again, he's not the fastest guy, but neither is Patrick. Patrick is very effective running for first downs on third down. If you dare him, he'll just chug right to the first down, because he's a big kid and he can get going pretty quickly.
Right.
But my point is, Dak's pretty good size too. I think he goes 240-ish,
easy,
right? And not a blazer. We're not talking about Lamar or Kyler, but he can get untracked quicker than you think. So he has good pocket feet and he can escape. Well, on 2.5 seconds or more plays, would you believe Dak's passing grade is #1 in the NFL? Because he's deadly accurate on the run. Could we just remind everybody of what happened? How did the New England game end? And again, New England's on fire right now.
Right.
But this was the last game they lost in overtime at home. If we could see the play that Dak made, unfortunately, he pulled his calf at the end of this play. But this is a rollout, and he's throwing it off one leg. And did he not hit him right on the money?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He's really good at that. And yet there's no sensation to it, because he's not going to throw it between his legs or behind his back. He's not going to no-look it. He's not going to left-hand it. He's not going to sidearm it or underhand it. He's going to throw a conventional on-the-move pass that's deadly accurate. So is it possible that Dak has become the new Patrick, except the more careful Patrick on the move?
No, but we just saw Patrick Mahomes throw a touchdown to the running back.
By the way, could we see that real quick? Just to compare the two, compare and contrast those two plays. Here's the play of the game. This is the dagger play. Mahomes is obviously more than 2.5, and he splits the rush, and he throws it on the run off the wrong foot. He throws it up for grabs, and Jonathan Abram, I thought, was going to come down with it, and the running back made a Randy Moss-style play. He mossed a safety. And what a catch that was by a running back. I'm not sure I've ever seen a better catch by a running back downfield that far. Okay, so I give you Mahomes, bought time, split the rush, throws it. He's close to being over the line, and yet he threw it up for grabs and got away with it. Well, he throws a lot of balls up for grabs, and more than usual this year, he's had to sort of pay the devil for him, because the devil's getting even with it.
But the thing is, Skip, he's had probably, I can count probably 4 or 5 of his interceptions that have caromed off his receiver's hands. And okay, maybe they weren't the ideal throw, but he hit Tyreek twice in his hand, and the ball popped up. The ball is popped out of Mecole Hardman. It's hit.
Okay, sometimes he's difficult to gauge because, as you know, having played those positions, he's on the move, and he's going to throw it from such unusual, uncharacteristic, unseen places that all of a sudden the ball comes out of nowhere and it's just on top of you, and it goes off your hands and it gets intercepted. Some of them are wild throws, but he does have obviously extreme arm talent, and he's capable of making these throws. But as you know, in this league, they will get even with you. If you throw too many up for grabs, the odds will start to favor the defense on those balls.
It's not easy, because I played with a strong arm quarterback, Skip, and the thing that you try to do...
One of the strongest ever in John Elway.
And so what you try to do is that you try to pick the ball up out of his hands, because the ball gets up on it. So if you lazy with your head, the ball's going to hit you in the head.
It's going to hit you in the face.
It's going to hit you in the face and pop up in there, and a lot of times that's what happened.
And how many webs on how many hands did he split, John Elway?
See, the thing was, Skip, he got very amped in pregame. So I had to make a decision, because when I first got there, they would only give you 1 pair of gloves per game. John was ripping my gloves, so I was basically going in the game barehanded anyway. So I just learned to start catching the ball with my bare hands in pregame, so I could have the glove for the game. Because once he got going, and it's just like, bruh, Right,
Did you ever get split?
No,
Were your web split?
No, he did.
Because pre-you, I would read stories
Yes,
when
he
he
was.
was in his first couple of years, because he just had like an arm cannon.
But what he could do, Skip, he could throw the ball and catch it, hit the guy in the chest, and it would unbuckle the shoulder strap.
And it would also imprint you with the tip of the ball.
So you got very. That's what we started catching the jugs machine. Is that so we could get used to how hard he actually threw the ball. And can you imagine in a game, now practice is one thing, but in a game when adrenaline is pumping, he could really unleash the ball. So it's not easy.
When I'm talking about splitting the web, it would literally
tear the web and
tear it where you would be cut.
Yes,
right? Because
you're
it's
correct.
soft tissue.
Yes.
And if it gets hit by the nose of the ball going 100 miles an hour, it's going to cut it.
Well, I had to wear thumb guard because I made the mistake of I mishandled one. And it bent my thumb all the way, thumb guard, from like my third year on all the way through. But it's not easy, Skip, because like you said, the guy's in the pocket, and you're used to the ball coming, and all of a sudden the ball comes here. Or the ball, you saw him Sunday, Skip. He put the ball in his left hand and threw a pass.
I got it. He does it fairly regularly. That's like ho-hum, business as usual.
Exactly. Skip, look. Dak has been phenomenal. Dak should be in the MVP conversation. But I just believe Mahomes is on. There are not very many guys that you're taking over Mahomes. I don't know if there's a quarterback right now. If I said you could have any quarterback for the next 5 years, I don't believe there's a quarterback in the National Football League that anybody is taking over Patrick Mahomes. That's Aaron Rodgers.